What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Robert Garcia. Robert Garcia says that Anthony Joshua was mentally beaten before he lost to Alexander Usyk. Of course, we know Alexander Usyk defeated Joshua in 12 rounds of the fight by split decision. The long-awaited rematch between Alexander Usyk and Anthony Joshua took place last Saturday in Saudi Arabia, the Ukrainian prevailing over the British boxer. And Robert Garcia said that his fighter Joshua was mentally drained from rounds 10 or 11 through the rest of the fight. He said despite the fact that he had come close to knocking out the unified heavyweight champion a few minutes earlier. He said, quote, Joshua was already mentally beaten since around 10 or 11, Garcia stated. Round 10 was very big for Usyk. That changed the whole fight, and mentally we were already beaten. But there was still some luck that he connected with a good punch or something, because Anthony Joshua hits really hard, and one punch can change the fight. That's what we were waiting to see, if a punch or something, because he was already dominated. Wow. He also said that he said the fight was going well, but rounds 10 changed the fight, Garcia said. The last three rounds are the ones that changed the fight. In round 9, we were on the verge of winning, maybe even by knockout. Until that round, we were winning. The fight, as the judges saw it, was decided in the last rounds. He said Usyk is a warrior in the ring. He said Usyk showed the heart of a warrior. He defended his titles, his desire to show his country why it shouldn't let itself be defeated was mentally what made the fight change and what made him win, Garcia said. Those are the words of Robert Garcia. Let me counterpunch. I respect that Robert responded in the way he responded. At least it wasn't any, I don't know how it happened, or, this, that, and the other. He just said, hey, well, he was mentally defeated. And then I think he could tell the body language of Joshua, like, look, after round 10, I think, Joshua was like, damn, I threw everything that I could possibly throw at him. But you also understand this. You have to start looking at Joshua and holding him accountable for what he's able to do versus what he's not. Okay? Because on the flip side to any fight, anybody gives you a challenge. You've heard the saying, the going gets tough and the tough gets going. Well, the going gets tough as Anthony Joshua in round 9, but the tough got going in Alexander Usyk in round 10. Okay? And I think Joshua should have obliged, but it does ask yourself, like, how much does Anthony Joshua have left? Because it's like he didn't really throw a lot of shots in those 2 rounds. In rounds 11 and 12, because those were the rounds that he should have rallied and came back and showed the judges and showed everybody, including himself, that he really wanted to win. But instead, he fought like a guy that was mentally broken. I think he was physically fatigued, but he might have been mentally fatigued. He might have been thinking, I've hit this guy with some of my best shots and he hasn't went anywhere. And I think what Anthony Joshua should understand, it's not about how hard you hit a guy, it's how many times you attack that guy. I think I looked at that fight 3 times, okay? And what I seen on Joshua just did not do enough, especially in peak times and pivotal moments in that fight. He should have rallied, and he did not. He did nothing. To stand his ground is just to be there. And you gotta do more than show up. You gotta show up and show out. And a lot of times that's what we saw with him. We saw Joshua, when Usyk was rallying, he has to instinctively know, listen, I need to get some get back. I need to come right back at this guy because he just hit me with a 3 or 4 punch combination. So I got to oblige him with the same type of energy. And I think that's what he needs, and no trainer is going to teach you that. But I do respect that Robert Garcia told it how it was. because it was like that. You know, because it was almost like Joshua attacked, then Alexander Usyk counterattacked, and then there was no counterattack coming back from Joshua. There was no answer for the attack that he gave Alexander Usyk. So it was almost like, okay, you attacked me, now I attacked you, but then that's it, you know. And that's where Alexander Usyk left Joshua in the dust. Okay, and it also proves, though, if a guy that knows how to win versus a guy that's already lost twice, how much desire does the guy that never lost have over the guy that's already lost? Okay, so it's a lot of things you have to put, you know, you have to factor in, because I just don't see Joshua, if he was undefeated, fighting the way he fought that night. I just don't see it. I think something in you, you know, Mayweather said it best, you know, when you lose, it's in your mind. You know, a lot of people don't think about that, you know. So Teddy Atlas said, you know, hey, he makes losing easier. And to end this video, you see the energy and like almost the wrath and the resentment and the attitude that Joshua had. You think to yourself like, well, damn, how much of that could you still left in the ring? Because it seems like that's what you shouldn't have even been mad enough or had that type of energy to act the way he acted. You know, you should have used that energy and that everything he had that we saw out after that fight, in that fight, 11-12 or 10-11-12. You know what I mean? He should have been on that stool like, oh, I'm tired. Let me get back on the stool because I gave this guy everything I have. I don't think he did that. I think he wanted to survive, hoping that he would get a decision in Saudi Arabia. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Robert Garcia's breakdown of Anthony Joshua being defeated by Alexander Usyk. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunching. Peace.